are back. It's now 19 minutes after 6 on this fine Monday morning. Good morning to you wherever you are. At this time of the morning, I get so teak in the knees, I can hardly speak. Good morning.
Oh,
Teeks.
Oh my God. Oh,
Hey,
Lord.
good morning.
Yeah, teak in the knees. That's hot. That's very hot.
I receive
actually.
it.
Yeah, I
receive
saw you
that.
this morning and that's what came to me.
Yeah.
You know what? Thank you.
At this point.
I think. Good morning, though. Good morning.
Good
What's
morning,
up?
TK. I like your pink.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I went with the dusty pink. I knew you guys were coming with a little.
Yeah, we went with a stronger
This
pink.
is a stronger
Don't put us
pink.
in this
Yeah,
pink.
yeah.
You know?
Because, it's October, Pinktober. So,
Yeah.
in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we're celebrating and we're also wearing our pink and we're also encouraging everyone, men and women, to go out and do their mammograms, right? It's very important because
is.
one of the best ways with which to deal with breast cancer is early detection, right?
Absolutely.
And if you have a higher propensity, if it runs in your family, for example, as
Yeah,
doctor...
don't wait till after 40.
Right.
You go and check.
His name eludes me right now, Doctor...
Yeah.
The gentleman that we
Yeah,
had.
he was here just Barbadian.
Yes,
yeah,
Bajan,
yeah,
right? We have to get our mammograms done. And what I'd like to see, TK, is, for example, me, you, Michaela, Keisha, we all, as girls, we're friends. And that's what we're going to do this month,
That's a group flex.
Yeah,
Let's
it's a
go
group
to the-
flex,
go
right?
to do the
Because
mammogram.
sometimes to go by yourself can be a bit intimidating, it can be daunting, it can be scary. But I think if as girlfriends, we make it a flex, we can do that.
And it's interesting because last year when we were doing a lot of awareness last year, October, I did my first mammogram based on all the information that I received. And people were like, oh, you're going? I hear say it hurts. I hear say it uncomfortable. And I was like, oh, is it? So I went. It was fine. It was totally fine. I felt nothing.
A lot of times the hearsay, you hear it from the wrong people,
Yeah.
right? So I'm going to do my mammogram this month, right? I think I'm going to do it today, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do it today because...
So we can talk about it tomorrow?
So we can talk about it tomorrow, yeah. And I can tell you, how it went and so on. Because sometimes, Dennis, you hear from the wrong source and when you go and do it for yourself, yes,
Like,
That's exactly what happened with me. So let me encourage you if you think, no, I hear it painful. But my experience, it wasn't painful at all. I felt nothing. When it was finished, I was like, you finished? And they're like, yeah.
Like, you sure, miss?
Oh, okay.
You doing good?
Yeah. It's all right? And they're like, yes, go away.
Yeah.
All right, but let's jump into the headlines. First up, U.S. arms embargo on Jamaica takes a toll. One of Jamaica's 4 active guns and ammunition dealers has run out of bullets due to a severe arms embargo imposed by the United States, affecting Jamaica and 35 other countries. Industry insiders report that the remaining 3 dealers are struggling with dwindling stockpiles, leading them to turn away clients, including licensed gun owners, private security companies, and range operators, or only partially fulfill their orders despite ongoing complaints about a lack of updates from the government regarding efforts to lift the embargo. Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, stated that Jamaica is currently reviewing the situation. U.S. State and Commerce Department inspectors have visited the island to assess the processes of various state agencies, including the Firearms Licensing Authority. The restrictions, first announced in April and effective since July 1, do not apply to the police or the military.
And just for clarity, this announcement earlier this year relates to close to 40 other countries. It's not a Jamaican thing.
It's a Jamaican,
which is why I don't understand
countries.
the part in the story where it said, persons are complaining about government's lack of updates about efforts to lift the embargo. So Jamaica won because the embargo, it's a Biden administration move that affects a wide swathe of countries. I don't know that Jamaica on its own can do anything, and I don't know how much update, how is the government, what's the government to update you and tell you? And we've been having dialogue with our U.S. counterparts.
Well, then it seems to me like the people who ought not to have bullets have them in a lot. So I know, call them and ask them how them get for them on.
What I find surprising. What I find surprising.
They have a lot.
What I find surprising.
So give me your supply.
is the Biden administration's decision to do this when governments like those us here in the Caribbean have been in dialogue, urging you need to do something about the illegal flow of ammunition and guns into the region, because we don't make them. But somehow there's an easy flow out of the United States of America, out of North America into the Caribbean via the various points in an illicit trade. And so rather than clamp down on the illicit trade and show us, look here, we're getting serious about gun control, because you know you can't really talk about gun control too hard in America, you know, because they love their guns. They love their guns. And so you have strength for put an embargo on legitimate people. So I don't really get it.
I don't understand.
But the administration will do what the administration will do, but...
I just wish that there were no guns and no bullets overall in the world.
Except for with the police and the army.
No, that just nobody don't have no...
Oh, as in it just don't exist. Like it just don't exist.
Yeah,
okay.
So,
you know,
you're one of those... You're one of the world peace people at the pageant.
They'd find other things.
I know, but I'm just saying, you know, we could do without guns and bullets, and we just all live and get along and just, you know, we can't take the carnage and the killing and the something them.
I'm with you, Miss Kitty. I'm with you.
That day will come.
All right, so next up, let's move from guns to math. Math problems. While attempts to address Jamaica's struggles with math passes are currently being explored, some stakeholders still have reservations about where priorities should be placed. President of the Jamaica Association of Principals and Vice Principals, JAPS, Linvern Wright, has shared his perspectives on the latest suggestions of increasing teaching hours for the subject, stating that if the intention is to increase the hours of study using only the existing cohort of teachers, this will mostly cause additional complications. The 2024 CSEC results for Jamaica showed that of the over 31,000 students that took the exam, 2,264 were absent. 374 students received a score so low their papers were not graded, and over 10,000 students received a grade 4. We are not doing so well in mathematics.
The math isn't mathing.
The math is not mathing.
But I think it goes back to, you know, again, we're discussing this in my makeup room this morning, and it's a situation, Dennis, where I think it's how the subject is taught. The persons who are mandated to teach, it's how they're disseminating the information. And I also think there's a cultural negative umbrella hanging over math. So, for example, as a parent, I never like math. You're going to put that on your child. Oh, I never like math, sir. Math's hard. And so by children hearing math's hard, I'm not like math, it's almost as if you're putting that on your child. So they have a preconceived notion of what mathematics is all about. And math's not really necessary, and we're not going to use them something there. So I think it's a combination of things, but we have to get over it, because at the end of the day, mathematics is very, very important. But I think so many students, their first interaction with mathematics has been so negative that it just totally colors their entire interaction with it.
That's my perspective too. I think that how we teach mathematics, I think it's an issue of pedagogy, because it is the way in which we deliver math education at the earliest stages. And so that is why I am a strong believer, put more money into early childhood education, because it is there that we will inculcate the good values as it relates to mathematics. One of my worries, though, is that we're trying to do more in terms of in numeracy. So like leading up to the grade 4 literacy and numeracy tests, so grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, you have children who are fairly competent going into PEP. I mean, may not be amazing. What happens, and even amongst students who do well, what happens when they get to high school? Why? The child who was moving along a particular progression of mathematical understanding gets to high school and boom, you just hate it and you're no longer good at it. And I mean, and there's an association of math teachers. There's a whole math education unit at the Ministry of Education. So we know that there are things that are being worked on in terms of improving the quality of educational service delivery in mathematics. But I think that we have culture to overcome. You know, we have so many things to overcome, but it does start very early, and a lot of people write off maths from very early.
As a victim of that system, I am here to say we need change. It has been going on since time immemorial, and we need to change it. You know what I mean? Because our students need that, and also to be competitive in the world at large. So,
But guess what?
Let's maths it.
But guess what? AA will be good at maths.
Yeah, because our father good at it. Not me. But
no, but hold on now.
Keep up my mouth. When you come over the maths over.
It's not going to be from me.
Girl.
It's not going to be from me.
Little girl.
It's her daddy.
My mathematics up at 1 + 1 equal 2.
No.
One for your father.
No, you're going to help. You're going to help with the homework.
Me?
You're going to help with the homework.
Sleep.
No, you're going to go up and Google.
TK,
What? You're going to
not
see,
you.
You're going to see, you're going to go on
No,
Google.
not you, Miss
And you're going to
Kitty.
learn the song. 1 and 20, 2 and 20.
I know that one. 3 and 4. I know that song.
Yeah.
But
You're
your
going to learn
father.
it. You're going to learn it. What?
Remember some bill ears, toe, spinal column. But your father. I made a math homework, you're gonna get Z-.
No, you must help her.
Her dad. Yes. Hi, honey. Good morning. And that's all the time that we have for our headlines. But big ups to all the good maths teachers and the students as well, and those who are trying at the Ministry of Education.
And making the people that love maths.
Yeah, big ups to you. But up next, guys, we're heading over to Germany, Deutschland, darling. Yes, for an early morning diaspora link-up. Don't go anywhere. It's CVM, and it is sunrise.